Hi, and welcome to this ForNAV coffee break. My name is René Brummel. I'm a product specialist at ForNAV, and I will be your presenter today. As this coffee break is live, you can ask your questions via the GoToWebinar question window. We will answer them at the end of the coffee break. Today, we're going to restore backups of your ForNAV reports. Every once in a while, it may happen that you lose some work you have done on some reports. A test server may be deleted, a colleague or client may accidentally delete your work, or you accidentally spill your coffee break cup of coffee on your laptop. It happens. Fortunately, ForNAV has your back. ForNAV keeps a copy of your report layouts and extensions in a backup location that you can specify yourself. Today, we will look at restoring your reports when disaster strikes. To demonstrate restoring backups, I'm going to use these steps. Prerequisites, what do I need to get going? In step 2, I will restore layouts. In step 3, I will restore layouts in a pre-ForNAV 6.4 environment. In step 4, I will restore a ForNAV report extension. Let's start with the first step. Today, I will restore backups in the Business Central on-premise and cloud, both with the Business Central 2022 Wave 1 release. I've installed the ForNAV customizable report pack, and I've executed the step-by-step wizard from the assisted setup to get started. In ForNAV 6.4, we have improved the user experience for restoring report layouts. If you don't have this release, you can still use the old way of restoring layouts that I will demonstrate in step 3. I also have the ForNAV Designer installed on my PC. The ForNAV Designer can be downloaded from the ForNAV website. The first thing we need to know, of course, is where ForNAV stores these backups. We can find this in the setup of the ForNAV Designer. So let's go and have a look and open the ForNAV Designer. In the ForNAV Designer we have the settings where you can specify your Business Central server connection, but we also have a backup tab, and this backup tab specifies the location of your backup files. You can set this to any file on your computer, so by default it will store in your My Documents folder, but I've set it to my Downloads Coffee Break folder for demo purposes. And if I open this folder, you will notice that in my Coffee Break backup folder I have a list of servers, and in this server I have a BC200 ForNAV, and in there, in my BC server, you will notice I've got an app file that I've created there before. I don't have anything else, and since I want to demonstrate restoring a backup of a layout, let's go and do some actual layout work. So I will open my Business Central Cloud system, and let's just create a new layout for the customer list. It doesn't really matter which report I use. I just make a simple change. So let's make these fields green today. Save as a custom layout and activate. And if I refresh my page in Business Central, you'll notice my customer list now has a custom layout. And if I preview it, you will see I've got my customer list with the green headers. So, all nice and well, but what if disaster strikes? What if somebody accidentally deletes your custom layout? All your work will be gone. However, it will not be gone because, as I said, ForNAV keeps a copy of everything you do in the backup location. So if you return to the backup location, you will notice I've got a new server there. This is my cloud tenant. And if I drill down, you will notice I've got my preview sandbox in there. And in my preview sandbox, I've got a docx file which contains the custom layout for my customer list. So I need to restore this into Business Central somehow. I can do this from the layout button. In ForNAV 6.4 we have created a new button, import layout. We already had the import layouts and export layouts where you can import and export multiple layout files, but you can import a single layout file right now. And if you do that, you can choose a ForNAV layout file, which, as you can see, I've done this before, where I can choose any docx file or RDLC file if you're in an on-premise system. And if you click open, your layout file will be imported and it will be automatically selected. where the description will be the description of your file name. So this is the imported custom layout I just imported, which means if I run the report, I now have my layout back with the green headers. So that's the first bit of disaster recovery. Now restoring layouts this way is incredibly easy, but you do need to take care that you import the layout for the right reports. It's not a disaster if you import the layout in the wrong report, but the report may not run. So if you happen to import this layout, for instance on the order report, you don't get any errors, but when you run the report, it takes a while, but we get a report service error. The report generation encountered a problem, and that is of course because I have imported a layout that doesn't have the data items that the order report has. So let's delete that one. So as I said, take care that you import the layout for the correct report. Restoring layouts in an older version of ForNAV is a bit trickier, but not impossible, not incredibly hard either. What we need to do, if you open Business Central, ForNAV stores these custom layouts in the custom report layouts table, which is a standard Business Central table which you can open. So if you find the custom report layouts, you'll get a list of all of the custom layouts that are in your system. If you scroll down, you will typically find the ForNAV reports because they typically have a pretty high object number. And in there you will notice I've got a custom layout for my customer list report. And if I want to import a backup file for a layout in pre-ForNAV 6.4, I will create a new custom layout for the customer list. In this case I'm working on a universal code version of the ForNAV app. I'm on cloud, so I need to import a Word layout. I will hit OK, and you will notice I've got a copy of the built-in layout, which I can change. Imported layout, and then from there I can go to import layout, and I can choose the layout that is in my backup folder. Hit open. Now I've imported it in my custom layouts, and then in the ForNAV reports page in my custom layouts I've got my new imported layout, which I can activate. And if I activate that and run the report, again you will notice that I've got my green headers above my reports. So it's a bit trickier, but still very possible. Finally, we can also create report extensions from the ForNAV designer. And of course, ForNAV creates backups of these as well. We saw that earlier when we checked the backup location. So let's have a look at this backup location. In my backup, I've got a list of servers, and in my list of servers, I've got my BC200 ForNAV, which is an on-prem system that I'm running. And in there, I've got my BC tenant, and in there, I have an app file that I have created before. Now, if I look at my BC tenant, my BC200 ForNAV, probably need to log in again. There we go. You will notice that in my ForNAV My Reports list, I've got my ForNAV 50001 report. And if I run this, you'll notice it's just a plain simple list of all of my customers. Nothing fancy, just an report extension I created before. If, for instance, this report extension were to disappear, because maybe somebody upgraded my server and didn't tell me, or somebody accidentally deleted everything. So delete the entire extension with the data and unpublish it. There we go, it's gone. No way I can get it back from Business Central, which means that in my ForNAV reports page, the report is gone and I simply don't have it anymore. So I need to restore it from somewhere. Fortunately for us, ForNAV still has the backup location, so in the ForNAV designer I can upload my extension. So I will open my backup servers PC200 PC, and I will find the extension that was backed up automatically. I hit open, which will upload the extension for me, which means that if I refresh to my reports page, it's back, and I can run the report and preview and close. There we go. In some cases, if you're on an on-premise system, uploading reports, uploading extensions from the ForNAV designer will not work. That will also not work in a cloud production system. In that case, you need to find another way of uploading extensions. In cloud production, of course, you can upload extensions on the extension management page, and in a production Business Central on-premise system, you always have PowerShell to upload your extensions. So it may not work with the ForNAV designer, but there's ways of uploading extensions that always work. Let's recap what we just did. We have found out where ForNAV stores backup information and how you change and access that location. We have restored report layouts using both the new and the old method. Finally, we have restored an extension we have created before. This ForNAV backup location is not intended as a replacement for either source control or regular exports of your work. It's created as a backup for when all other things fail. We have no questions at the moment, so I will continue wrapping up this coffee break. If you want to know more about ForNAV, or if you want to download the ForNAV Designer and Converter, please visit our website. If you want to install ForNAV in Business Central Cloud, please visit the Microsoft App Source. You can watch more videos about ForNAV on our YouTube channel, and if you have any questions about ForNAV, please email them to support@fornav.com. For a full list of upcoming and recorded coffee breaks, please visit fornav.com/coffeebreak. Thank you very much for listening today, and goodbye.